crazy. We can get wild and we can get real loud. All up in the bleachers, all up in the stands. We are the #1 fans.
This game tonight is a matchup between two teams that are ranked in the top 10 in Class 1A football in the state of Florida. Port St. Joe is currently ranked number 8, and Chipley Tigers are ranked number 10, so should make for a great matchup. Keys to the game tonight for St. Joe is to play sound defense. If they can get ahead early like they did last week against Jefferson County, get off to a fast start, I think that bodes well for the way our guys are geared, the way our defense is really geared. If we get a big lead, to pin those ears back and go after them hard.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy, and I'm looking at these guys tonight, man, and they're excited about playing football. They might be more excited than you and I up here in this booth.
Yeah, they're definitely excited to be here tonight. And you know, anytime you play in front of your home crowd for 2 weeks in a row, it's just really a cool thing for high school students. Keys to victory night for Chipley. If they got to take St. Joe's sound defense out of the game, St. Joe tends to struggle with the run game a little bit. You know, we've talked about, you know, how Raekwon Webb back at Bay High kind of got the best of us in the run game. So St. Joe's going to have to tighten down on their run game tonight. But St. Joe, if they can run the ball well against us, they'll have a really good shot. They've obviously got to get a handle on Jarquise Davis and Aaron Paul. Two of our guys that have got probably the most rushing yards so far this season. And then lastly, if they can force TJ out of the pocket, obviously anytime he forces a quarterback out of the pocket, accuracy goes down. But that'll be the keys for Chipley tonight.
Here we go, Jeremy. It's about time, man. About 4 seconds left.
It is. Jarquise Davis, number 1 for the Tiger Sharks, is deep to receive the opening kickoff. And here's the kick, and we are underway. The kick will land on the 10-yard line and be taken by number 5, Jack Riley, and he'll be to the middle of the field. He slips one tackle, and he's down on about the 22 or 27-yard line, And that's where the Tiger Sharks will start their offensive series for the first time in this top 10 1A state of Florida matchup tonight.
Top 10 1A is right, Jeremy. First thing I've noticed so far tonight, looking at our team versus Chipley, is we look like the Giants, man, playing not a lot of big guys over on Chipley's side tonight.
Yeah, we got a definite size advantage. You know, we keep reiterating how good our defensive and offensive lines are, and it's true, man. I tell you what, you know, with high school, obviously you can't recruit, so it's especially in a small town, it's whatever age group or whatever group of kids comes up at a certain time, and the time is now for this big group of kids to really do something special here in St. Joe. Quarterback number 2, TJ Williams, will take the snap. He'll hand it to Jarquise Davis to the left side, and he'll carry 3 guys with him for about an 8-yard gain. Looked like he was going to be down on about 2 or 3 yard gain, but carries through 3 guys on his back, and that's where the squats come in, lifting weights right there.
Yeah, that's right, Jeremy. And toting the rest of those players on his back. Jarquise does a great job running the ball. Anytime he picks it up, he's like a tree trunk, man. He plant his feet, he's in the ground moving.
So that sets up second down at about 3 yards for the Tiger Sharks. Hand off to Aaron Paul to the left side, and he's corralled. He slips 1 tackle, slips 2 tackles. He's got the first down to the 50, to the 40. And it's Aaron Paul again, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Paul looked like he was going to be down for maybe a loss. It turns that into a huge game for the Tiger Sharks. They're across midfield, and they're into Chipley territory for the first series of the game. First down. And 10 to go from the Chipley 40-yard line. That was a gain of about 25 yards for Aaron Paul there. And Aaron Paul starting off just where he left up last time, and picking up where he left off last week. You know, gaining yards in big chunks.
Big chunks, Jeremy.
TJ Williams lines up under center. He'll hand it to Jarquise Davis. Jarquise is up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Or close to the first down. Thought he was going to get the first down there, and he's about 2 yards shy. Jarquise is going to get a lot of work tonight, as well as Aaron Paul. It seems like Jarquise obviously is a little bit on the stronger side, so they'll give him some inside handoffs tonight. And then Aaron Paul will have a lot of stuff to the edges. He's got that breakaway speed.
Right. Aaron Paul's got the height, he's got the size, he's got the strength.
Yep.
And he's got the vision too, man, because when he grabs the ball, this kid, he knows where he's going before the play even happens, it seems like.
He's hard to bring down. TJ Williams is under center. He'll pitch it to the right to Jasmine Thomas. Jasmine's got the first down. He's upfield, slips 1 tackle. He does get about 2 more yards over the first down marker. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for Port St. Joe. They'll now be on about the 28-yard line of Chipley. So they're moving the ball. Very impressive offensive series to start the game for St. Joe. Looks like they're going to be able to move the ball against this Chipley defense. And looks like we've already got guys with their hands on their hips for Chipley over there. Already some fatigue.
Hey, this ain't no time for fatigue, Chipley. If y'all showed up to play ball, hey, first down Sharks, that's good news.
Yep.
St. Joe ain't no joke tonight, Jimmy. They're ready to play ball. And our running game is phenomenal, man.
Yep.
We can keep these guys in the route and keep them going where they need to go. Chipley's going to have a rough night.
Yep, they're going to have a tough time. We got a two wide receiver set, one to each side. T.J. Williams is under center. He'll hand it to number 1, Jarquise Davis, and he's brought down by two Chipley Tigers with a short gain of about 2 yards. With 9 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first quarter, we've just started this Friday night matchup between the Chipley Tigers and the Port St. Joe Sharks. And it's 0-0 early. But the Sharks are on the move.
Yeah, the Sharks, I just want to tell Jeremy Patterson, thank you for listening to us, Jeremy Patterson. We love you. Yeah, the Sharks are on the move, no doubt, Jeremy. We're right here within closing.
Yep. Sharks are second down and about 8 from the Chipley 25-yard line. There'll be a 2 wide receiver set to the right side. Here's the hand. T.J. Williams rolls out and just misses receiver number 21, Carter Thacker, into the flats. Probably a first down there. If just looked like a little bit of miscommunication on that play between the receiver and quarterback. But they'll get that straightened out. That brings up third down at about 8 yards for the Sharks on the Chipley 25-yard line. 0-0 is the score. We're just underway here at Port St. Joe at Tiger Shark Stadium. 9 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. 1 receiver set. T.J. Williams takes the snap, a quick handoff up the middle to Jarquise Davis. He's brought down for about a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up fourth down, and we'll see what the Sharks decide to do here early.
Let's say go for a field goal.
Yep.
Fourth down, 8 to go. Ball's in 25. Put something on the board.
Yeah, it looks like what they're going to try to do. Number 44, Cole Kreiderman, he is a soccer player in the wintertime, so he's got the leg to make this kick. It's going to be about a 40-yard field goal for the young man.
No problem. Not for this kid.
Kreiderman's back waiting for the snap. 21, Carter Thacker's the holder. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it's going to be short. Lands short in the end zone. So the Tiger Sharks come away with 0 points on the first drive. Got too much spin on that ball. Couldn't quite get the distance out of it.
Too much strength, Jeremy. Just too much leg on that ball.
Yeah. Good effort there by Cole Kreiderman. He's definitely the guy that can make them kind of kicks. And, hey, anytime you got a guy that can kick, obviously Coach Palmer has confidence in Kreiderman to be able to kick that long of a field goal. And, I'm sure he's hitting kicks like that in practice on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
He's got a great leg.
Yeah, and, that's another sport that's really bringing some good people in on special teams as far as kickoff is these soccer teams, man. These kids are learning young how to kick the ball.
That's right. Number 14, Anthony Plummer, is a junior at Chipley, and he'll be the starting quarterback. Number 4 will be Darren Stewart. He's a senior running back. He'll be starting tonight. And we want to mention real quick the starters on defense for the Tiger Sharks tonight. Defensive end, number 54, Umstead Sanders. Defensive tackle, 65, Alvin Dempsey. Defensive tackle, Will Ramsey. Defensive end, Jarquise Davis, number 1. Outside linebacker, Carter Thacker, and we'll finish that list in just a moment as we didn't give you your starters at the beginning of the game. Plummer takes the snap. He'll pitch it to his running back to the left side of the field. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, and he's brought down by a host of Sharks for about 3-yard gain. And that's Darren Stewart that we mentioned just a moment ago. To finish your list of defensive starters, outside linebacker number 21, Carter Thacker. Outside linebacker number 34, Aaron Paul. Inside linebacker 52, Marcel Johnson. Inside linebacker number 44, Cole Kreiderman. And your 2 cornerbacks tonight are number 6, Trey Sanders, and number 5, Jack Riley. And starting at safety is number 2, T.J. Williams, pulling the double duty at quarterback and safety tonight. Here's the snap. Plummer takes the hands it off to his running back, and he's got a very short gain. Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up third down and about 7 for the Chipley Tigers. 7 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter here at Tiger Shark Stadium, live in Port St. Joe on 105.5 The Coast. It's 0-0 right now early.
It's 0-0. Chipley's got the ball. First time tonight they've had the ball. They're in for a challenge against the Sharks defense, which tonight looks to be doing quite well.
Yep.
I think Chipley, I don't even know they've got any positive yards on this play, on this drive.
Yeah, they've got a few. It's 3rd down and about 6 for the first down. Number 4 takes the snap. He throws a little pitch out to the right, and it goes nowhere. A little pass into the flats there to number 8. That's Michael McCovery, and he goes nowhere on the play. And that brings up 4th down and long for the Tigers, and they're going to be forced to punt. A great defensive series by the Tiger Sharks. You know, we mentioned in the pregame how St. Joe has kind of had a little bit of a weakness against a run game, and they try to run the ball 3 times on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, and with nowhere to go, with only a 4-yard gain on 3 plays. So great job by the Tiger Shark defense. Number 4 for St. Joe, that's Jasmine Thomas Jr. He's deep to receive the punt. Number 5, that's Carlin Smith for the Chipley Tigers, back to receive the snap. And he'll catch the snap and kick it away. It's a wobbly kick. It'll land on about midfield and take a St. Joe bounce backwards and go out of bounds. Let's see where the referee marks it, on about the 44-yard line. So the Sharks will take their 2nd offensive series, already starting with great field position inside Chipley Tiger territory. You always want that to happen. Win a game of field position here, and field position advantage is definitely, when a guy's backed up kicking from his 10-yard line, you're winning the field position battle early, which is great. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Shark Football 105.5 The Coast.
We can get crazy, we can get wild, and we can get real loud. All up in the bleachers, all up in the stands. We are the #1 fans.
It's Friday, it's night, and it's Friday Night Lights.
It's Friday Night Lights. That's right, Jeremy, main man, Dixon. And we are here for St. Joe Shark Stadium.
We've just finished the first quarter of play, and your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game right now is 7-0. The home team, Tiger Sharks, lead, and they've got the ball upcoming with a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go to get a first down. They need this first down right here. It's a crucial time in the game. Only leading by 1 score. It'd be nice to get a fresh set of downs right here, moving the ball. They'll change directions, obviously, here in the second quarter. And if you were watching this on a TV, ladies and gentlemen, on your dial, the Sharks would be moving from your left to right, with the Tigers of Chipley playing on defense right now. They're in all white with yellow helmets. St. Joe's wearing their purple tops with gold pants. As we mentioned before, a lot of yellow on the field. 2 wide receivers as T.J. Williams pitches to Aaron Paul to the left side of the field, looking for room to run, and he'll have the first down as the referee comes up to spot. Looks like that'll be enough to move the chains. And I tell you what I'm seeing tonight, Daniel, from Aaron Paul, number 34 for the Sharks, and number 1, Jarquise Davis. I'm seeing a lot of patience when they get the ball in the backfield, waiting for their blocks.
Right.
Waiting. You see that a lot in NFL with these experienced running backs. They're waiting for their block, waiting for their offensive lineman to find their assigned defensive guy to block, to open up the hole. And I'm seeing a lot of patience here by both our running backs. And it's showing. We got right here, it looks like they might be bringing the chains out in a measure. We'll wait and see. Yep, that's what they're doing, to see if Aaron Paul picked up the first down. It looked like he got it to me.
Yeah, it did, Jeremy. If he didn't, it looks like he's going to have it.
Yeah. It's
looking close.
Yeah, I think they're going to have it. 11:35 left to go. We've just started the second quarter, and the Sharks get the first down on a handoff to Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul, I mean, we're talking about the patience of these running backs. It looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss, but waited for the right hole to open up for his offensive lineman to make room for him, and he darts in there for enough for the first down. So first down and 10 to go. Fresh set of downs for the Sharks. They'll be starting on the Tigers' 40-yard line.
That's right, Jeremy. And as T.D. Nobles would say, first down, Sharks. Baby, that's it. That's what they had to have right there.
That's right.
So 4 more plays to get it done.
That's right. Here's the snap. It's a big run, handoff by number 44. Cole Kreideman gains about 20 yards on the play, straight down the middle of the field. Number 44, Cole Kreideman, senior.
Jeremy, have you ever seen a mule plow? That's what a mule looks like when you hook him up to something. He was driving.
Yeah, Cole Kreideman, number 44, a senior for the Sharks, takes the handoff from the 40-yard line and lowers the shoulder pads for a 20-yard run, a 23-yard run. First and 10 for the Sharks with the 2 wide receivers set. Here's the handoff to Davis, and the ball's fumbled, and it's recovered by the Tigers, a costly mistake. And he's hit real hard by number 2, T.J. Williams, for the stop. Looks like T.J.'s going to be a little bit shaken up on that play. Lowered the boom on him. A costly mistake by the Sharks just after a huge run by Kreideman of 23 yards to get the Tiger Sharks down into the red zone, and the ball's coughed up. St. Joe fumbles, and the Tigers recover, and they'll be on their own 17-yard line, but they've got a long way to go. Our defense has got to be a little bit angry for that. So we'll see what kind of defensive stand the Sharks can make. It's only 7-0 here. Still early in the game, 11 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the second quarter of play.
Great thing about football, Jeremy, is it can change either second. You can go from great to awesome to bad to terrible, just like that.
And that ball was fumbled about 8 yards down the field, and the Tiger picked it up and ran it about 5 yards back. So the Tigers will start on offense for the St. Joe turnover, and that's number 11. Thurman's in the shotgun with 4 wideouts, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He'll scramble to his right on a quarterback keeper, and he'll have nowhere to go. He's brought down by number 4, Jasmine Thomas Jr. What a great play, a great tackle right there by Jasmine.
You know, a while ago, Jeremy, it looked like somebody's hand got on the ball during the pass. And I don't know whose it was exactly, but that's what it looked like as far as the foul.
Yeah, just sometimes that's all it takes, man. Just get a hand on the ball, and St. Joe coughs it up. If you're just joining us, St. Joe just had a fumble, and the Chipley Tigers recover, but they're deep in their own territory on the 15-yard line, second down and 11 yards to go. 4 wideouts for the Tigers as Thurman's in the shotgun. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. He'll hand it to Stewart, his running back, who goes nowhere, and there's a flag on the play. I tell you what, St. Joe, after that Cole Kreideman run, looked like they were going to put up another 6 on the board, and just a costly mistake there by the Sharks.
Yeah, very unfortunate that had to happen so close to the goal line. But, hey, you know, it's football, and that's something else we'll take from this game and put in our toolbox and learn from it.
Yeah. Holding against the Tigers on that play will back them up, and they'll replay second down. Tigers are deep in their own territory after recovering the fumble that the Sharks have made. Right now, your score, Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game is 7-0. The home team, the Sharks, lead. And the Sharks actually declined a penalty, and that brings up third down for the Tigers deep in their own territory on their own 15-yard line. T.J. Williams is the lone safety for the Sharks. They're running a 1-safety defensive set. 2 wideouts on the field for the Chipley Tigers. Number 11, quarterback Thurman will take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw deep. He's got nobody, and the ball sails out of bounds, and that brings up another 4th down, and they'll have to punt. A big, strong defensive stand by the Sharks once again, and they're punting the ball back to them.
Yeah. You know, great job for St. Joe's defense. You know, the offense made a mistake, fumbled the ball. Chipley got the ball back, had an opportunity to come back and able to score up. St. Joe's defense did a tremendous job of keeping that from happening.
Yep.
And here we go again.
Getting the ball back.
And look where we are now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Chipley's going to be back deep, kicking from their own 5-yard line. He keeps backing up. They're going to be kicking from their own 3-yard line, and Jasmine Thomas Jr. for the Sharks. It's a high snap. He's back to receive the kick. It's a wobbling kick that lands just about at midfield and takes a big Tiger bounce, and Jasmine picks it up. He's got room to run on the right side and gains about 10 yards with a strong run.
He ain't scared, Jeremy. He ain't scared at all.
Yeah, he's scared at all. He plows into a Chipley Tiger, running him over. Jasmine Thomas takes the punt on a bounce. The punt landed about midfield and took about an 8 to 10 yard roll, but Jasmine takes it on the bounce and gets about 10 of those yards back. And St. Joe will be starting their next offensive series on the Chipley Tiger 46-yard line. It's 1st and 10. 7-0 is your score. The home team Sharks lead it over the visiting Tigers from Chipley.
They do, Jamie. And Aspen sales are going to go up tomorrow in Chipley after that hit.
That's right.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Big time hit, big time run by Jasmine Thomas Jr. on the punt return there, and the Sharks come out to start their next offensive series. Number 2, TJ Williams, quarterback for the Sharks, will line up under center with one receiver. He'll send Aaron Paul in motion and hand it to Aaron Paul. He's got room to run on the left side. He's got 5 yards, 10 yards, and he's out of bounds with a 15-yard gain. That'll set up another 1st and 10 for the Sharks. A big-time run to the left side of the field. And once again, number 34, sophomore Aaron Paul with a big-time run there. 7-0 is your score. If you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in to 105.5 The Coast. This is a live broadcast of Tiger Shark football here in Port St. Joe, Florida. Beautiful night under the Friday night lights. Brand new scoreboard we got installed last week. It's just a great atmosphere right now. TJ Williams under the center. He'll send number 21, Carter Thacker, in motion. Hands it to number 1 to the right side. That's Jarquise Davis. He's toting 3 Tigers with him down to the 20-yard line, and there'll be a penalty flag on the play. That might be a face mask call right there. That's the only thing I can imagine it would be with 3 guys on his back.
Yeah, and that seems to be what Jarvis is saying out there in the play.
Yeah. Yep.
Jarquise.
Yeah, you got it.
I won't get it by the end of the
That's
game.
right.
It's going to happen.
Jarquise Davis, strong, and it is a face mask call, and that'll take 15 more yards from the end of that play. Jarquise Davis ran for about 13 yards on the play to the right side down to the 20-yard line.
Here we go again.
Here we are in the red zone again. That penalty marks us down to the Tigers' 16-yard line is where the Sharks will take over for first down. 9 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in the first half. Sharks lead 7-0 over the Tigers from Chipley, Florida. We're going to take just a quick break. You're listening to Shark Football on 105.5 The Coast. Bring us back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now joining us, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks are ahead 7-0 over the out-of-town Chipley Tigers. Jeremy, shaping up to be a great football game so far, buddy.
It sure is. Here's the snap on first down, and Jarquise Davis takes a quick handoff up the middle, and he'll be down to about the 6-yard line of the Chipley Tigers. And that'll bring up second down and about 1 yard to go for the Sharks. And I tell you what, after a great defensive stand, you know, the Sharks have the turnover in their own red zone, have a great defensive stand. And here we are right back down close to the goal line again, threatening again. Here's the handoff. Number 1, Jarquise Davis will take the handoff to the right side. He totes 3 guys again, and he's down to the half-yard line. I tell you what, every time he gets the ball, he's dragging 2 or 3 or 4 Chipley Tigers with him. And I tell you, it just shows you what kind of strength Jarquise Davis has in his legs, man. I tell you.
Yeah, he's a strong young man, Jeremy. No doubt about it. He drags folks, and I've seen a running back drag 1 or 2, but I've seen this kid drag 3 and 5.
Yep, first and goal on the half-yard line for the Sharks. Number 1, Jarquise Davis in the backfield. He'll take the handoff up the middle and walks in for the touchdown. Touchdown Sharks. Put another 6 on the board for the Sharks. They lead 13-0 at home over the visiting Chipley Tigers. Yeah.
getting good, man. I like it.
Yep, 8 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in the first half, and the Sharks bite down again for their second score of the game.
That brings us to Bill Kramer's score so far. Port St. Joe Sharks 13, Chipley Tigers, meow, nothing.
Number 44, Cole Kreiderman will line up to kick the extra point. And the last extra point he kicked would have been good from about 45 yards deep down the field. Carter Thacker, number 21, is the holder. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it's a deep kick, up and good. That'll add one more point to the scoreboard for the Sharks. They lead with 8 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the game. The Bill Kramer Chevrolet score the game. Home team Tiger Sharks lead 14-0 over the visiting Tigers for Chipley. Nothing should have been the score about 5 minutes ago had it not been for the turnover, because the Sharks are kind of having their way on offense right now. If you're just joining us, 8 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the first half of play. We're here live in Port St. Joe, Florida for Tiger Sharks football at Tiger Shark Stadium. And the Sharks lead 14-0. They just scored off a handoff on the half-yard line to Jarquise Davis, and he's got 2 touchdowns of the game. And we say that every week. 3 touchdowns last week, 2 more touchdowns this week, you know. And, you know, you put him, you know, this triple threat that we have at running back right now with Cole Kreiderman, Jarquise Davis, and Aaron Paul, you put those 3 in the mix, and you get all kinds of different styles of running, but what you get is a very effective style of running, no matter who's got the ball.
That's right. And
here's the kick. Jarquise Davis, it'll land on the 10-yard line, taken by the Tigers. He's going midfield. He's got a little bit of room to run, slips a couple tackles, and he's down on about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will take over for their next offensive series with just 8 minutes, 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Tiger Sharks lead 14-0 over the Tigers.
Yeah, and some deja vu all over again.
Yeah.
Not quite as far along as we were last week, but 14-0 is a pretty good lead. You know, with 8:48 left in the second quarter of football, that's a marginal game.
And the thing that we're seeing is, if you're just joining us, the Sharks are kind of having their way with the Chipley Tiger defense right now, being able to kind of impose their will offensively. And, you know, Sharks are doing great on defense. They've held them to 3 and out a couple of times, so the Tigers have been moving it fairly well. Here's the handoff from Thurman to Stewart, and he is a strong runner, and he'll run for about 4 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Chipley Tigers. If you were watching this on a television, we kind of like to paint this picture for you guys. Listening at home or in your car, wherever you may be, the Tigers will be moving from right to left. If you were watching this on a television, they're in all white tonight with yellow helmets, gold pants, and purple tops for the home team, Tiger Sharks, tonight.
Impressive, very impressive. Chipley keeps running this ball straight in the middle on this defense, and they've been effective in a couple plays so far.
Thurman takes the snap. He hands it to number 4. That's Stewart again, getting all the carries for the Chipley Tigers. He'll gain just a couple more yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Chipley Tigers. And I tell you, it's tough sledding right now. St. Joe has made some adjustments on defense. They're starting to close the gaps in the middle of the field. You know, they're on I think it was the 2nd or 3rd offensive series that the Chipley Tigers had. They were able to move the ball up the middle of the field very well, and it seems like the Sharks have made their adjustments at defensive line, and they've made some adjustments at linebacker to be able to stop the ball going up the middle. So 3rd down and about 4 yards for the Chipley Tigers. Trey Thurman, quarterback, will line up under center. He's got 2 wideouts to the left, and he's got Stewart in the background. It's a pitch to Stewart on the left side. He's got a little bit of room to run, cuts it back up. He's got the first down, and he'll be down. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. A great run by number 4. That's Darren Stewart, senior running back. And I tell you, he was trying to catch the edge there, and then his blockers moved our team on out farther, and he had a hole and cut it back up. Great job and great vision by the running back there for Chipley. Gains a first down for the Tigers. And they'll have a fresh set of downs, and they're almost to midfield. They're on their own 43-yard line as they start first down. 14-0, the Tiger Sharks lead with just 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
14-0.
2 wide receivers to the right. Thurman's under center. He'll take the snap. fake the handoff and roll to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got nobody. He releases it, and he does have a catch there.
Good job.
Yeah, good job finding the open man for about a 5-yard gain there. Yeah, that's number 5. Carlon Smith dives in to receive the pass. Great job by number 11, the quarterback, Thurman there, rolling out and trying to find somebody to throw to. He gets a positive gain off the play. It looks like it's going to be actually 2nd down and 6 yards to go for a first down. 14-0, home team. Tiger Sharks lead with just 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the Chipley Tigers. Thurman, the quarterback, lines up under center. He's got 2 receivers to his left. He'll pitch it to his running back. That's number 4, Stewart. He's got plenty of room to run on the left side. He gains the first down and about 5 or 6 more yards. What a tremendous run there by number 4. That's Stewart. Catches the edge and goes for another fresh set of downs for the Tigers. I'm telling you, if they give this Stewart some room to run, he's got the ability to really shake some tackles and leave some people in the dust, so they better start figuring out how to corral him quick.
And he looks good on the ground too, Jerry. When he's running, he's very directional which way he's pivoting his hips. He shook off one just then. It was a great run on his part.
He did. So the run by Stewart brings up a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. They're on the Tigers' sharp 40-yard line. Thurman is the quarterback. He'll be under center. He's got 2 receivers to his right. Here's the snap. He'll pitch it to a new running back. That's number 3, Zach Campbell, and he's around the right side. What a burst of speed, but he gets drilled after getting about 6 yards. I tell you what, number 3, that's number 3, Zach Campbell, junior wide receiver for the Tigers. When he decided he was ready to go,
yeah,
he was gone.
He was gone, and Troy Williams met him, and he drilled him.
Troy Williams lays the boom down on the tackle there, and not after a 6-yard pickup, and that brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. Boy, an impressive speed right there by number 3, Zach Campbell for the Tigers. Impressive speed. 2nd down and 4. Thurman is your quarterback, and the Chipley Tigers will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. Your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game with 5 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the first half of play. The Sharks lead at home 14-0 over the Chipley Tigers. Seconds left to go in the first half of play. We've got an exciting ball game here. If you're just joining us on this live radio broadcast on 105.5 The Coast, my name is Jeremy Dixon, joined alongside here by Daniel Rathfield, my main man, my co-host right here.
Yeah, man.
Filling in the blanks and letting you guys know what's happening. It's 14-0, the Sharks lead, and it's just about the end of the first half of play with just 5 minutes left to go, but the Tigers are moving the ball. They're on the 35-yard line of the Sharks. And here's the snap. It'll be a handoff to number 3 for the Tigers. He's got plenty of room to run to the left side with 3 or 4 guys chasing him. He gets forced out of bounds and into the chain link fence there. An aggressive tackle.
That hurt, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's number 3 again. Zach Campbell, the speedster junior out of Chipley. He might be close to a first down. It looks like he's got – see where the referees mark the ball. And he'll have the first down. 4 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the first half of play, and it's 14-0 as the chains get moved again by the Chipley Tigers. They're now down to the Shark 26-yard line, and they're showing a little offense here.
They get some pep, Jeremy. They sure are. They're picking up motivation, and they've put some yards on the board against the Sharks.
They sure have. 2 wide receivers set to the right side. That's quarterback number 11, Trey Thurman, will be under center. Here's the snap. He'll hand it to his running back. That's Stewart. Stewart, maybe a yard and a half on that play as the Tiger Sharks bottle him up. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to go. in the first half of play. I tell you what, another great Friday night here in Port St. Joe. You know, we had the Jefferson County Tigers visiting last week, Chipley Tigers this week. We played the Bluntstown Tigers in the pregame classic. The Tigers just want to come to the field here in St. Joe, don't they?
Hey, the Tigers rolling up on the Sharks, man, no doubt about it.
Every week it's the Tigers, seems like. Thurman, 2nd down and 9 from St. Joe's 25-yard line. He'll line up under center and pitch it to Stewart to the right side. He's got a little bit of room, and it looks like Aaron Paul forces the block into him. He cuts back left, gets hit hard, shakes another tackle. He's up the middle of the field, shakes another tackle to the left side, and he's finally brought down on the 20-yard line by number 3. Chad Quinn Jr. brings him down on a hard tackle, and Stewart is exhausted.
Man, you know, that's like having 4 of the 5 lottery numbers and not quite getting the winning number. You know what I'm saying? That's what he looked like when he hit the ground.
That's a great description. He runs for about 40 or 50 yards there and picks up only just a few, but I tell you what, it was impressive to watch. He shakes about 3 or 4 tackles and, you know, showing his agility and showing some power there, but he's going to have to take a breather. He's over on the sideline. Impressive run by number 4 by the Chipley Tigers. That's Darren Stewart, a senior running back. So now number 3, that's Zach Campbell, will come back in as a running back. We have a tight receiver formation to the right. That's 2 wideouts. Thurman's under center. He'll take the snap and hand it to his running back. He shakes 1 tackle, shakes another. He's cutting it back across field. The speedster, number 3, Zach Campbell, brought down, and it's a fumble. Zach Campbell fumbles the ball deep in the backfield, trying to cut it back and make something happen after a blown-up play. And we'll have to see what the referees call. There's a flag on the field as well, so we might have a holding penalty as well to go with it. So we'll see if referees are on the field sorting it out. Tell you what, Zach Campbell's a speedster for number 11 for Chipley, and he reversed field and was trying to make something out of nothing and gets hit hard in the backfield and fumbles the ball. So we're waiting for the refs to decide it, see what's going on. 14-0 is your score. The Sharks lead at home over the visiting Tigers from Chipley with just 3 minutes left to go in the first half of play. An exciting game. We've had a couple of turnovers, and, you know, even though you don't want your own team to ever turn the ball over, it does create excitement anytime the ball hits the turf or, you know, there's an interception.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to readjust my flip-flops, Jeremy. I jumped out of them on that one. It looked great.
Yeah.
Hey, look at here, man.
Block in the back was called against the Tigers, but the Sharks will decline that penalty, and they'll actually take over from the fumble.
Deja vu all over again. Looks very familiar to what we saw a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. A quick timeout on the field, and we'll take a quick timeout with them. Your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. 14-0. The Sharks lead over the visiting Tigers from Chipley. You're listening to Shark Football 105.5 The Coast. That are ranked in the top 10 in 1A, Class 1A football in the state of Florida with just under 3 minutes left to go in the first half of play. The Sharks lead 14-0 over the Chipley Tigers here in Port St. Joe, Florida. And if you're just joining us, a key fumble, a big hit by the Shark defense gives the ball back to the Sharks, and here's a handoff to a pitch play to number 1, Jarquise Davis, slips and falls. And during our break, they actually ran a first down play, so this will bring up 3rd down for the Sharks on their own 40-yard line. Jarquise takes a pitch to the left side of the field. Turf just gave way underneath him there, or, you know, you never know with him how many yards he's going to get.
Yeah, it could have been too much torque too, Jeremy. He's got a lot of torque, and he might just do a little spin out.
That's right. So a big costly turnover for the Tigers. Were moving the ball. They were deep in Shark territory, but the Sharks have the ball. It's a fumbled snap by the Sharks. And we'll see what the call is on the field. Might be another, and it is. It's a turnover by the Sharks. And we're starting to see a little bit of undisciplined ball creep back in that we mentioned at Bay High. So a fumbled snap right there from the center quarterback exchange by the Sharks, and the Tigers will take back over. What a crazy game, right?
Yeah, this is very crazy, Jeremy. We've seen 3 turnovers. And
within just a few minutes.
Yeah, within 5 minutes of play. It's hard to say what caused that fumble. Good possibility it could have been a bad snap. Or the field might be a little wet. Maybe a wet ball, or don't know.
You don't know, but either way, the center to quarterback exchange is a bad one, and the Tigers take back over on the Shark 40-yard line with the 4 wide receivers set. Thurman's looking for somebody to throw, and he'll be chased down by Marcel Johnson. Pass gets away, and it lands on the ground about the 20-yard line with about 1 minute, 57 seconds left to go in the first half of play. The Sharks lead 14-0. Thurman had no one to throw it to, threw it out in the flats, and the ball just skipped off the ground. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. The Tigers, before their turnover, they were moving the ball quite well and were looking like they were going to possibly get some points on the board. Then, we run number 3, that's Zach Campbell, the speedster, run him down in the background, cause him to fumble. We get the ball back. Then we have a fumble ourselves on the center quarterback exchange, so the Tigers have the ball back again. It's just a crazy thing going on right now. Thurman will be in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers again with Stewart in the backfield. Thurman's looking to throw, and he will. He's got a receiver open, and he catches it. On the 30-yard line, he's got a first down. That's number 15 right there for the Tigers. Silas Swint with a completion, and he'll be down to the 20-yard line of the Sharks with just 1 minute, 49 seconds left to go. A beautiful thrown ball there by the quarterback, Thurman. It's unusual to see, a high school offense continually running 3 and 4 wideouts every time. It's like watching college ball. Another 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Tigers. Direct snap to number 4 running back Stewart. He's hit hard in the backfield. Number 44, Cridham and a couple of the other guys bring him down hard in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers.
Yeah, they've got 12 yards to go to try to get a first down and try to put some points on the board for their team. And St. Joe's defense have done a great job holding them. I really wish we could have kept that ball last drive. That was really looking good for us.
They were. The Sharks were on the move, and after a costly turnover by the Tigers, deep in Shark territory, looked like they were going to score, and then they cough up the ball. But the Tigers have got the ball again. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback number 11, Thurman's in the shotgun. The clock's counting down under a minute now left to play in the first half. That's going to be offsides on the defense if nobody moved. And that may give another 5 yards easy to the Tigers. 2nd down and 12 to go, and let's see what the call is on the field. 50 seconds left to go in the first half of play. 14-0 is your score. The Tiger Sharks lead over the Tigers from Chipley. It's kind of turnover madness here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, what's happened, we've seen 2 turnovers. We turned over to Chipley. Chipley turned back over to us. Now Chipley's got the ball back, and and you see St. Joe offsides on the defensive side right now, and that just comes from aggravation.
So 5 yards we give up on a defensive offside. That gives 5 yards of yardage to the Tigers, and then after the snap, he'll throw that ball away on 2nd down or bring up 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Thurman was in the shotgun, had nowhere to throw to, and Jarquise Davis and Cole Cridham were busting through the offensive line right there, giving Thurman nowhere to go and nobody to throw to. So that brings up 3rd down and about 6 yards for the Tigers from Chipley with just 38 seconds left to go. In the first half of play, your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game, 14-0. The home team Sharks lead over the Tigers from Chipley. Been an exciting game. If you're just joining us, man, I tell you, you've missed a lot of crazy stuff on the field. The last several minutes of the game has been a lot of fumbles and turnovers, but we still got them off the scoreboard. They haven't scored anything yet. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Tigers. Thurman's in the shotgun. He'll drop back and dump it off to his running back, Stewart. He's met immediately, and he'll be brought down. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. Stewart's a little bit
slow getting up at the gym.
Yeah, he's slow getting up. Took a hard lick by the Sharks right there. And I tell you what, as much work as number 4, that's Darren Stewart, senior running back for the Tigers. You've done as much in the first half of play as he has. Any little thing's probably going to hurt a little bit. He's probably exhausted.
Oh, man, I'm tired watching him run, bro. He's got me wore slap out. I've already had 4 Gatorades and some hamburger meat up here trying to keep my protein and energy levels up.
Yeah, they need to get him a Cliff Bar or you know, a Gatorade chew
Red
or
Bull,
so.
Monster Energy drink, something.
Yeah, I tell you what, Stewart, the running back right there, Darren Stewart, we've mentioned him quite a bit because he's handling most of the running duties for the Tigers tonight from Chipley. And Zach Campbell, number 3, has come in and give him a breather some throughout the night. But just 28 seconds left to go till halftime. The Sharks lead 14-0 over the Tigers from Chipley, Florida. And I want to tell our listeners again, while we've got a timeout on the field, Daniel, is that we need to understand that, you know, we don't play in the same district. But this has always been a rivalry down through the years. You know, as long as you and I have been around, and as far back as we can remember, the Chipley Tigers have always been a very formidable opponent and an exciting opponent for our team. You know, no matter what the sport, baseball, basketball, football, they've always had a group of athletes up there that are very talented. But tonight, it's 2 top 10 teams from the state of Florida in Class 1A ball.
Yeah.
Chipley ranked number 10, St. Joe ranked number 8.
2 very even matched teams at that. Which is making for a fantastic football game.
Both teams got a little bit of size. Both teams got some speed. And I tell you what's impressive is to watch Chipley drop back and throw the ball as much as they have tonight. It's fun to watch. That's Thurman, number 11, is the quarterback for the Tigers. He's got 2 wideouts, one to the left, one to the right. He'll take the snap, throws it deep for his receiver into the end zone, and that's going to be a pass interference call on the Sharks. Hey, they were trying to get a quick strike right there, and they almost did. Had a guy open in the end zone. He gets tripped up. Looks like it's going to be a pass interference call on the Sharks defense with just 25 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Tigers are moving the ball deep into Shark territory. 14-0, the Sharks lead.
Let me ask you something, see if you remember this.
All right, ask me.
Do you remember what Port St. Joe principal left and went to Chipley High School?
Westo.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And that was huge, man.
It was.
Because I remember I helped him drive up there with a bunch of stuff in the back of the trunk. And nobody wanted West to go to Chipley. That's what kind of rivalry these teams are.
Yeah, that's right.
I hear West now is the superintendent of education over in Georgia now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's big time.
Big time. So the penalty against the Sharks, the defensive pass interference, moves the Tigers down inside the 10-yard line, and a first down it gives them as well. Thurman's in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers looking to throw, and he does, to the corner of the end zone, and it's thrown out of bounds. Thrown over the head of, that's number 3 again, Zach Campbell, the speedster, the junior, wide out and running, taking some running back duties from Stewart as well. Had a step on our guy, just overthrown there in the end zone.
Yeah, just a hair.
That's number 5, Jack Riley, playing defense at cornerback, and you and I talked about just how difficult it is to play the position of cornerback. And the Tiger Shark cornerbacks, you know, they've got their work cut out for them tonight as many times as Chipley's lined up to throw the ball.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure they game plan for that well this week. So that brings up 2nd down and goal for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Thurman fakes. He throws deep into the end zone. He's got a man, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone by number 2, TJ Williams, and there's a flag on the play. We're waiting to see what the flag is. And that's going to go against the Tigers of Chipley. A holding call.
Man, what an exciting game, Jeremy. It just doesn't get much better than this, man.
And the Sharks will take over again. It was a very well thrown ball by Thurman. He's got a good arm, and he can lay the fade route up pretty nice into the corner of the end zone. They try it twice there, one to the right side of the end zone and the next to the left, but to no avail. They still got 0 points on the board. And number 2, TJ Williams, intercepts the pass with just 13 seconds left to go, and the Chipley Tigers are going to come out of the first half with no points on the board.
Hey, you know, and Chipley worked so hard to get where they were.
They did.
It's kind of like letting the air out of a balloon. It's literally what we just saw on the field.
Yeah, it's very much like that. With 13 seconds left to go, it'll be interesting to see what the Sharks do with the ball here. They're deep in their own territory. They may kneel it out and just kind of take this into the locker room and talk things over and make adjustments for the second half. 13 seconds left to play in the first half, and that's what they'll do. TJ Williams kneels it out. That'll be the final snap of the first half. Your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game at the half. The home team leads the Tigers over Chipley. It's 14-0. Tiger Sharks in the lead right now, and I tell you what, just a crazy, crazy way to end the half. About 3 or 4 turnovers there. An exciting interception by quarterback and safety TJ Williams to end the first half to keep Chipley off the board. And I know both teams are going to go talk about it and see what adjustments they need to make. and should make for a very, very exciting second half of play, I tell you what.
Absolutely, Jeremy.
14-0 is your score. If you're just joining us, whether you're in your car or at home, you're listening to a live broadcast of Tiger Shark football here in Port St. Joe. It's 14-0. The Sharks lead over the visiting Tigers from Chipley. We'll take just a quick time out. You're listening to Shark football.
Real loud. All up in the bleachers, all up in the stands. We are the #1 fans. Bleachers, all up in the stands. We are the #1 fans.
Yeah, who knows? I tell you what, he can't do that same backfield football.
Yeah.
So it's turning out guys who didn't play.
Yeah, Calvin's a prime example of a young kid that came up through the ranks of playing pee-wee football all the way up to varsity. We'll cut it short because football's about to start, Jeremy, and nothing's more important than kicking off this game.
We're ready to start the second half of play. The Tigers from Chipley will be receiving the kickoff. Here's the kick by #1, Jarquise Davis. It'll land on the 15-yard line, fumbled, pick back up. And it's #5 for Chipley to midfield. He eludes one tackle. He's to the edge. He's got room and hit hard down at the 40-yard line, but a great return of about 30 yards there by #5 from Chipley. That's Carlon Smith. What a great run back to start the second half by Chipley.
Yeah, and a good stop by #8, Deontay George from Port St. Joe. Really dropped the hammer on him and stopped him on his tracks right there at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Carlon Smith for Chipley takes the opening kickoff to start the second half here. Sharks lead 14-0. But I tell you what, if you could pick a great way to start a second half, what a way to do it. You know, he takes the ball on the 15-yard line, and now he's at the 40. So what a great return there by Smith from Chipley. 2 wide receiver set. It'll be a handoff to Stewart up the middle, and he'll gain a hard 2 yards before he's brought down. Hard running by the running back there, Stewart. We mentioned him a ton in the first half, and he's back. Darren Stewart, #4 for the Tigers, takes the first handoff again. They're ready to get him involved again, ain't they?
Yeah, they're ready. Umstead Sanders made sure number 54 for Port St. Joe that he wasn't going nowhere. Stopped him right there on the 42. So great stop by that young man.
Yeah, Umstead's a big kid. He's big and strong in the weightlifting program at St. Joe's, and he's doing a great job on the defensive line for the Sharks tonight. 2 wide receivers set to the right. It'll be a pitch play to Stewart to the right side. He's brought down in the backfield by 3 or 4 Sharks. Looked like he had some room to run there for a minute and then gets brought down. And he'll gain maybe a yard. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
I kind of thought he was down about the 37 myself, but
Yeah.
I guess he never touched the ground with it.
Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Tigers on their opening offensive series to begin the second half of play here in Port St. Joe. The Sharks lead at home 14-0 over the Tigers. A great matchup, kind of a crazy ending to the first half. Had a lot of turnovers, but nonetheless, it's a big goose egg on the board for the Tigers right now, and the Sharks are playing some good defense.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're holding their own, Jeremy, no doubt.
Number 14, Plummer. Now Stewart's actually taking over quarterback duty. He's looking for somebody to throw. He throws it downfield and connects. And he connects with his receiver down the middle of the field. He's down to the 20-yard line and brought down at about the 15-yard line. A play of about 40 yards. A 40-yard play by the running back. Number Stewart takes the snap off the handoff, throws it downfield, connects with number 5. Carlon Smith again. That's the second time we've mentioned his name. Carlon Smith starts the second half with a huge kick return, then gets a huge pass down the middle of the field, catches it for the Tigers, and they're on the 15-yard line. And here we go, man. If they score this early, we got a ball game.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm kind of lost for words, man. That doesn't happen very often. Trying to rewind what just happened.
Yeah, Stewart scrambled around in the backfield for a long time, couldn't ever get anybody to come in there and tackle him, and lets loose and gets a huge gain. Stewart takes the direct snap again, and he's brought down in the backfield on first down. He'll lose a couple of yards.
He brought down by a whole host of Sharks on that play.
Kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. We've just begun the second half of play.
Weird night of football, Jerry.
It is. 14-0, the Sharks lead over the Tigers from Chipley. Second down, and the Tigers are threatening to score here. They're in the red zone on the Sharks' 15-yard line after a 40-yard pass play by the running back downfield to number 5, Carlon Smith. Carlon Smith has had a big second half to start here. Had a big kick return of about 35 yards to open the half, and then takes about a 40-yard pass play down the middle. And, you know, a few plays into the second half, here's Chipley threatening to score in the red zone on the 15-yard line of the Sharks. 14-0 is your score if you're just joining us. If you are just joining us, you've missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you missed Jerry Patterson being a good man, getting some Gatorade and a Snickers bar.
That's right.
Thank you, Jerry.
Jared Patterson, 1998 graduate from Port St. Joe High School, joined us at halftime. We'd like to bring him on and let him tell us a little bit about what the offense is trying to accomplish for the visiting team. And he went through some things talking about how they came out in the spread formation early in the game to try to get our guys on their heels, and that wasn't really working so well. They only completed a few passes in the first half, and then kind of went to the I formation, started handing it to number 4. That's Darren Stewart, who's done most of the work for the Chipley Tigers here tonight, whether it be passing the ball or running it. They're really trying to get him involved. And Stewart is back in, and he's at quarterback. He'll take the snap in the shotgun, and that's number 22 he'll hand it off to for the Tigers. That's Adrian Sims. First time we've called his name tonight. Adrian Sims takes the ball up the middle on second down and gains about 4 yards. Third down and 5 coming up for the Tigers with 8 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter. First time we've called Sims' name tonight. Big running back.
Yeah, big running back. He definitely is giving another guy a break, Mr. Sanders.
So that's Darren Stewart right there that we've been mentioning all night. He's been at quarterback in the shotgun. He'll take it himself to the right side of the field, and he's brought down by 2 Sharks Lard to bring up fourth down for the Tigers. And I would imagine that they're going to go for it. I haven't seen any sign of a kicker or anything like that. So it looks like they're going to stay in and go for it on 4th down and 5, deep in Sharks territory on the 10-yard line. To start the second half of play, we had 2 big plays by the Tigers. A great kickoff return that brought it out to the 40, and then about a 40-yard pass play down the middle, and that's where the Tigers are now, threatening to score in the red zone on the 10-yard line. They're going for it on 4th down, trying to draw an offsides, and they'll call a timeout. Hey, we'll take a quick timeout with them as the Tigers from Chipley try to figure things out. 14-0 is your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game. The Sharks lead it over the Tigers. You're listening to Shark Football 105.5. Coach. Number 11, Trey Thurman, quarterback, is over on the sidelines trying to keep his arm warm. Might have had a shoulder stinger or something. But number 14 is in for quarterback. That's Plummer. He'll give it to Stewart. Stewart rolls to his right. He's in trouble in the backfield trying to find room to run, and he'll be brought down by the Sharks. No, he's still up. The ball is fumbled. It's out. The ball is fumbled. It's out. And I tell you what, there was 2 Chipley Tigers and 2 St. Joe Sharks falling on it, so it's just going to see who comes up with the ball here. With the fumble on the play on 4th down, the Sharks will take over anyway, no matter what. So a turnover on downs gives the Sharks the ball back. What a great pursuit on defense. We had a pitch by the quarterback Plummer to number 4, Stewart. Stewart was looking to throw downfield into the end zone, had nobody, tried to reverse back, and ends up losing a ton of yardage. And the ball is about all the way back out to the 29-yard line. So from the 10 to the 29, that play gave us, that many yards to start over on offense.
Yeah. Interesting game to say the least. Nothing short of exciting.
It is. It's exciting. The defensive pursuit was great by the Sharks there, and they'll take over on downs First down and 10 to go from their own 29-yard line. TJ Williams hands to number 1, Jarquise Davis, and he almost breaks free. Oh, I tell you what, a jersey tackle by the Tigers. Had it not been for one arm grabbing the back of the jersey, we might have been off to the races for a 70-yard touchdown.
He dragged it, Jeremy, for about 5 yards. Hooked that jersey.
He knows it, too.
Like it wasn't nothing.
He knows it, too. Jarquise was just one arm length away from breaking it for a 70-yard touchdown. A jersey tackle brings it down. Second down and 2 to go for the Sharks on their own 36-yard line. Cole Kreiderman takes the handoff. He goes upfield with a hard run, and he'll have the first down. It'll be first and 10 from the 42. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. Your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score. The game is 14-0. The home team Sharks lead over the visiting Tigers from Chipley, Florida.
Yeah, a while ago, Jeremy, you said something. Put back to memory. You said sled earlier. The first thing I thought about was Coach Wayne Stevens' sled back in football practice, man.
TJ Williams under center. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul's brought down hard by the neck. Yeah, so they're going to get a penalty on that for sure. The yellow flag's thrown on the field, instantaneously. Just a crazy tackle right there. 14-0, the Sharks lead, and we'll see what the penalty is.
What do you call that, Jeremy? A clothesline?
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah. Personal foul, face mask called against the Tigers, and that'll move the ball down the field another 15 yards. And I want to make a quick correction. The face mask that was called earlier in the first half. High school still has the rule of an incidental face mask like college used to have.
Right.
So it's a 5-yard penalty versus a 15-yard full face mask. But this one was an all-out face mask.
Yeah.
15-yarder brings the Sharks across midfield. They're in Tiger territory now.
I got a feeling they're going to pay for that one.
Yep. 44-yard line is where the Sharks are now after the 15-yard walk-off. Cole Kreiderman takes the handoff up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to run. He'll get a big gain. Good first down gain of 5 yards. Bring up second down and 5 for the Sharks. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. It's 14-0. Sharks lead. I'll tell you what, very exciting game tonight. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of people on hand here tonight to support their team. The Sharks are on the move again. Second down and about 5 to go. Cole Kreiderman takes the handoff again up the middle. And he'll fall forward for almost the first down. We'll see where the refs spot the ball. It looks like he may be about a quarter of a yard short. It's really close. As the clock counts down, the Sharks lead. If they can get up 21-0, it just might put it out of reach for the Tigers tonight, because points have been hard to come by for both teams really here in the late stages of the game. But Tigers having even more trouble than the Sharks are.
Yeah.
Here's a quarterback keeper. TJ Williams up the middle for a first down and almost breaks free, but he gains about 10 yards on the play. That'll bring up first down and 10 for the Sharks on the Tiger 25-yard line. What a great quarterback keeper there. Kind of caught Chipley sleeping there on their heels defensively, and TJ Williams goes up for a huge gain up the middle. Now the Sharks are threatening the red zone here. About 5 yards to go before they're in it. The one wide receiver set. That's Jack Riley wound up to the left. Here's the snap. Cole Kreiderman takes the handoff. He's dragging tacklers with him down for another 6-yard gain. That'll bring up second down and 3 yards to go. That's a 7-yard gain actually by Kreiderman. You know what? These power run-offs up the middle by Jarquise Davis, Cole Kreiderman, they're pushing that defensive line back. They're having their way with it.
They're jumping all through Chipley's defensive line, and there's not a whole lot Chipley can do to stop the running game of St. Joe.
Yeah, the offensive line for St. Joe is doing a tremendous job creating running lanes for these running backs. Cole Kreiderman's again in the backfield, but he won't take the handoff. It's Jasmine Thomas to the right side, a stiff arm, breaks one tackle, breaks two. He's down to the 5-yard line, down to the 2-yard line. Jasmine Thomas with a tremendous run. About a 20-yard run there, breaks three.
Good, man.
Stiff arm to one player, breaks 2 more tackles, gets wrestled down at the 2-yard line, and looks like the Sharks are going to score again, barring any mishaps.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, barring any mistakes. They'll make it in for another score. Looks like Cole Kreiderman's going to line up in the backfield again with a 2 wide receiver set to the left. TJ Williams is under center. He'll take his time. Here's the snap. Cole Kreiderman's got the handoff to the left side. He'll barrel in, and it's a touchdown for the Sharks.
Look good, Jeremy.
The Sharks lead 20-0 here in the third quarter.
Touchdown. Cole Kreiderman, Jeremy. This kid gets his hands on the ball. He can get any kind of straight ahead of you. He's gone.
A great job by the running game for St. Joe. They take it down the field on power running, just old school smash mouth football. They take it down, way down the field, and they score. A big-time drive by the Sharks of 70 yards. After a turnover on downs by the Tigers, the Sharks take the ball and march it 70 yards down the field with smash mouth football. Cole Kreiderman has the touchdown, and now he'll line up to kick the extra point. Carter Thacker is holding. The kick is up, and it's good. The Sharks lead 21-0 here at home with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter as your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game. An exciting matchup. You're watching, or you're listening to Tigers Yard Football on 105.5 The Coast.
Poor St. Joe Tiger Sharks are way ahead of the out-of-town Chipley Tigers, 21-0 in the third quarter. It's been an exciting ball game, no shortage of it. Jeremy?
I tell you what, you're right, Daniel. Exciting is a great way to put it. And, you know, with just 4 minutes and 25 seconds left, Tiger Sharks get a big score there by number 44, Cole Kreiderman. Big-time smash mouth running the football down the field for a 70-yard drive. And here's the kick. Jarquise Davis kicks the ball down to the 10-yard line, and that's number 3 for Chipley. He'll take it, and he runs into his own guy, and he'll be brought down at the 20-yard line. Had a running lane there. That's number 3, Zach Campbell. We've called his name several times tonight, the junior speedster from Chipley, and I keep calling him the speedster because that's just a great term for him. Guy's got a lot of speed over there.
Yeah.
You know, and he had a running lane there, ran into the back of his own player and got brought down by the 20-yard line. So, hey, we'll take the defender anyway.
Yeah, their team or our team.
Yeah. So the Tigers will take over on the 22-yard line to start their drive with 4 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter play. The score is 21-0. If you're just joining us, Cole Kreiderman, the halfback for St. Joe, number 44, takes it in for the score, and now the Sharks are up 3 touchdowns at home. A big-time lead in this game is, you know, had a couple of scores early, and then points have been kind of hard to come by the last, 10 or 12 minutes of this game going back into the second quarter, yeah.
Yeah, nobody's giving up any points in this game for sure. We say that it's 21-0. Chipley has by no means laid down and give those points away. St. Joe's had to work for them.
They have. And this is the first points scored by St. Joe in quite some time.
Yeah.
They scored 2 touchdowns early on, and it's been a while since they've gotten into the end zone just with turnovers and, Tiger defense and stuff like that. So it's, been tough sledding, but no doubt they're up by 3 scores now. And the Tigers from Chipley will take over on their own 22-yard line to start this offensive series. Number 4, that's Darren Stewart. He'll take the direct snap, hand it to Sims, number 22, and he may have 2 yards. Bottled up just for a 2-yard gain. Great defense by the Sharks there. That'll bring up second down and about 8 yards for the Chipley Tigers. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 21-0. I tell you, anytime you can get up 3 scores, it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and that's a long way to climb. If you're Chipley and you're trying to come back in the third quarter to even try to get within 6-7 points of this game, that's a tremendous mountain to try to get up.
That's right. I want to mention really quick, you can catch the replay of this game on Monday night at 8 o'clock on Coastal Connection TV. That's Mediacom Channel 17, Fairpoint Channel 8. Number 14, or number 11, quarterback Thurman hands it off to number 4, Stewart, for a no gain. A quick tackle there. Great stop on defense by number 65. Or 66, 65, I'm sorry. Getting my numbers mixed up there. Number 65 for the Sharks. That's Alvin Dempsey, the third again. He led the team in tackles last week. Just a great defensive effort by him. Just a freshman, Daniel.
Yeah.
Alvin Dempsey's a freshman.
Just a young kid, man, out there making his way, making a name for himself, and representing his team in the city.
Number 4, Stewart, lines up at, that's number 11, Trey Thurman back in at quarterback for the Tigers. He'll be in the shotgun with 4 wideouts. He's looking to throw the ball, rolling to his left. He's got no one, gets rid of it for just a short gain of about 4 yards. That's complete to number 5, Carlon Smith. We've called his name here several times in the second half. Didn't look like Thurman was going to have anybody to throw to, and at the last second lets it go, but that brings up 4th down again for the Tigers. They'll have to punt.
Stop on the play was made by number 65, Alvin Dempsey, which is
Alvin Dempsey.
Yeah,
Alvin is one of those guys that's really did a lot of work over the summer. You know, me living here in town and getting to see him on a somewhat consistent basis. He's going to be a force for the next 3 years for this Shark defense. I'm telling you what.
Yes.
Number 4, Jasmine Thomas Jr. back to receive the ball on the 45-yard line. Here's the punt. It's a nice spiraling punt. Called for a fair catch and caught by Jasmine Thomas at the 43-yard line. That's where the Sharks will take over after holding the Tigers to 3 downs and out. And it's 1 minute 56 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. The Sharks lead 21-0 over the visiting Tigers from Chipley, Florida. And it will be interesting to see who gets the ball this time. You know, Cole Kreineman kind of took the lead on the last series, and Jarquise has got a couple of touchdowns on the night. And we've watched Aaron Paul, number 34, do work on the edges again, and he's got, you know, nearly 50 yards rushing tonight as well. So, going to be a very interesting set of offensive series here. It's interesting to watch St. Joe on offense because there's so much talent in the backfield. Even, you know, there's a couple more there too that take the ball, like Carter Thacker and Jasmine Thomas. It's just a whole mixture of guys back there that can do work.
Very diversified offense, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Official timeout on the field.
Official timeout on the field. But we'll stay right here with just 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's 21-0. The Sharks lead over the Tigers from Chipley, Florida. And I tell you what, a big defensive stand there again by the Sharks to hold the Tigers back deep into their own territory. If you're just joining us, the Chipley Tigers just punted the ball away, and Jasmine Thomas Jr. for the Sharks called for a fair catch, and that's where the Sharks have 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line near midfield. The field position has been great for the Sharks tonight. They've been able to have great starting field position, and that anytime you play, it doesn't matter who your opponent is, you want good field position.
Yeah, that's the theme of the game is field position, getting close to the goal line.
No doubt. T.J. Williams will take the snap. He'll hand it to number 1, Jarquise Davis. He's got room up the middle of the field. He runs by one tackler, and it's off to the races, to the 20, to the 10, and it's goal line. Pay dirt for the Sharks. Touchdown. Put another 6 on the board. That'll make it 27-0. The whole team, the Sharks lead. Jarquise Davis takes the handoff up the middle, slips 2 tackles, and it's off to the races. And once he gets behind the defense, there's no catching him, folks. Touchdown for the Sharks. The purple and gold are on the board again. 44, Cole Kreineman will come out to kick the extra point. What a tremendous run, and that's 3 more touchdowns for Jarquise Davis this week.
Man, you know, he's making touchdowns like I sell cars.
There you go.
And, you know, good for him, man.
You wanted to keep on going, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cole Kreineman, number 44, enters the game to kick the extra point. Number 21, Carter Thacker, is the holder. Sharks are up big. Here's the snap. And the kick is blocked. A great effort by Chipley Tigers coming around the edge. And that's number 5. That's Carlon Smith again. We mentioned his name again. What a great effort coming off the edge to block the extra point. And the score will stay at 27-0. But nonetheless, the Sharks score again. Your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game with 1 minute 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sharks lead 27-0 over the Chipley Tigers. You're listening to Tiger Shark Football on 105.5 The Coast. The Sharks lead big. If you're just joining us, Jarquise Davis, running back for the Sharks. Number 1, scores his third touchdown of the night. It's just a touchdown fest every week for Jarquise Davis. Takes a handoff up the middle of the field and scampers down for about a 40-yard touchdown run. And the Sharks are up big at home with 1 minute 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. It's been an exciting game. It's been an exciting matchup. It's always good to be up 4 scores against the Chipley Tigers, no matter what year, no matter what sport.
Yeah, no matter what sport.
Yeah.
Anytime you're 27-0, man, what a great way to start the fourth quarter with 1 minute 45 left in the third.
A little bit of frustration setting in, looks like, by number 4, Stewart, calling on Jarquise Davis to kick it to him. And it's a squib kick, and it'll land down to about the 25-yard line, and it'll be fallen on by the Tigers of Chipley. They'll start their next offensive series from their own 25-yard line. Maybe a little jarring going on back and forth there. Number 4, Darren Stewart for Chipley, calling for the ball. He and Jarquise Davis are no doubt the 2 featured running backs on the field tonight, it seems. And number 4, Darren Stewart, calling for the ball to be kicked off down the middle, but he doesn't get his request. Squib kick goes up to the upback, who falls on it at the 25-yard line. Tigers first and 10 on their own 25-yard line to start their next offensive series. As mentioned before, you can catch this game and every game that we have on Friday night on the next Monday night on Coastal Connection TV, Mediacom 17, Fairpoint Channel 8 at 8 p.m. on Monday night. Flag on the play to start the offensive series for the Tigers.
You know what, Jeremy, there's some great young guys here. I see them up front really supporting these Sharks, man. Who are these 2 young guys? Do you know them?
Where are we talking about?
The kid down here in the front, you know, Kirk.
I don't know him by name.
What a great bunch of guys, man, supporting their team. Love that.
False start called by the Tigers. That'll back them up 5 yards. First down and 15 to go for the Tigers to start their offensive series. They're on their own 20-yard line. Number 4, Stewart, he'll send a man in motion, and he'll hand it to him. That's number 8, Michael McCorvey. He got some yards right there. It's a pretty big pickup, maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. Michael McCovery for Chipley, another guy with a lot of speed, takes the sweep play around to the left side of the field and gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage. I tell you what, you let that guy get behind you, he's gone.
Yeah, he's quick too. Chipley's got a lot of speed on their team.
They do. They got a lot of speed. We mentioned guys like number 8 who just ran the ball, Michael McCovery, and then we talk about number 5, Carlon Smith, and then Darren Stewart. They've got a lot of speed and talent on the side. St. Joe's speed on defense has just been able to match them. A lot of speed on the defensive side of the ball for the Sharks this season as well. Under a minute to go in the third quarter of play, 27-0 is your score. The Sharks lead over the Tigers from Chipley. And here's the snap. Number 4, Stewart, takes the quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's still moving the pile, and here's the whistle's blown. He'll gain about 8 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and about 3 yards to go, it looks like, for the Tigers. And this number 4 we've talked about all night long, Darren Stewart. He's been playing running back, and he's actually thrown the ball down the field and playing quarterback. He's done it all tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done it all, Jeremy. He's also got a lot of frustration tonight. You can look at the kid and tell there's not a whole lot he can do with this defense, and it's really driving him crazy.
Yep.
So, you know, it's probably a frustrating feeling to be 27-0 going into the fourth quarter and to feel like you're the Lone Ranger out there.
Yeah, a little bit. You're right on that, Daniel. A little bit of frustration setting in on his part, and they'll call a timeout. Actually, the end of the third quarter of play. Sharks lead over the visiting Tigers from Chipley, Florida, 27-0, and we'll begin the fourth quarter when we come back. You're listening to Shark Football on 105.5 The Coast. Matched on the field here against the Tigers from Chipley, a 1A showdown, but right now It's one-sided.
It is one-sided. It's heavy one-sided. 27-0 one-sided.
Yep, 27-0 is your score. The Sharks lead over the Chipley Tigers. Exciting game.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Shark fan.
Yeah, and if you're a Chipley fan, it's been exciting too, really, because there's been several times where you had the ball and you really thought you was going to score.
Yep.
But you didn't.
Yep. Chipley has threatened on a couple different occasions. Stewart will line up in the shotgun. He'll hand it to Sims for a tough run. He'll be close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be marked for the first down. A tough run. Yes, that'll move the chains. That's number 22, Adrian Sims, a bigger running back who's been doing some second half work here. Now, Sims, want to mention, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
So 2 more years of that kid lowering his shoulder pads on opponents is going to cause some damage and some good positive yardage for the Chipley Tigers in years ahead, and even for the rest of this season. He's a big youngster.
And some good insurance claims for some hospitals.
Yeah. Stewart hands it to Sims again up the middle. He'll be brought down for about a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Tigers on their own 38-yard line. And we've just started the 4th quarter of play. The Sharks lead 27-0 over the Tigers from Chipley. We're glad you decided to take time out of your schedule tonight to listen to our live broadcast on 105.5 The Coast. This is Tiger Shark football. Number 4 takes the quarterback keeper. Stewart keeps it, and he'll run for about a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Stewart trying to do a lot of things on his own. It seems like they need to go back to their
team.
Yeah,
we talked about that at the beginning of the game. Team, we always wore a shirt that said there's no I in team.
Yeah.
And tonight you've really seen Chipley Tigers fall apart and start playing as individuals instead of a team unit.
Yeah.
And that's very unfortunate, for this team, because they're a good ball team. They've just come in tonight and really showed up.
They're struggling to make anything happen on offense. They're just shy of midfield, 3rd down and 3 to go. Stewart lines up in the shotgun again. He'll hand it to 22 Sims. Sims breaks free. He's down the left side of the field. He's down to the 30, the 25, and brought down by Chad Quinn Jr. And we just talked about, maybe we kind of gave them some luck there. We talked about how they're struggling on offense, and then they break out about a 40-yard run by Sims to the left side of the field, and now they're down near the red zone. What a great run play by Sims right there. Number 22, just a sophomore, Adrian Sims for Chipley, takes the handoff from number 4, Darren Stewart, runs it a long way down the field. Now they're on the 25-yard line. A huge gain by the Tigers on that play.
Yeah, they're definitely within the bullseye, putting 6 points on the board. See what St. Joe's defense does here.
Darren Stewart will take the snap and shotgun. He's rolling to his left. He's got nobody to throw to and takes a hard hit, and he's down around the first down marker. Boy, number 65, Alan Dempsey, put a big hit on Stewart right there on the sideline, getting close down to the 15-yard line, and we'll see if they move the chains on that one.
You ever took a big hammer and hit a little hammer?
Yeah.
It's kind of what just went down there, Jeremy.
Yeah, big hammer wins.
That's right, every time.
The Stewart gets close to the first down. Chipley will have the ball on the Sharks' 15-yard line with 2nd down and about 1.5 yards to go. Darren Stewart in at the quarterback. He'll hand it to Sims. Sims get hit hard in the backfield by a host of Sharks, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. Sims running it hard up the middle, and he was hit hard by, I believe that was Tyson Davis Jr. up the middle. Another big defensive lineman for St. Joe, laying a big hit on Sims right there. Hey, we want to mention to all you guys out there that 105.5 The Coast is broadcasting the Troy Trojans football this season. We don't want you to forget this week's broadcast tomorrow against University of Louisiana Monroe at 6 p.m. Troy Trojans 6 p.m. tomorrow night against Louisiana Monroe on 105.5 The Coast. Here's the snap. Stewart takes the quarterback keeper, and he'll be brought down short of the first down again. And that's going to bring up 4th down again for the Tigers with about 2.5 yards to go.
I tell you what I'm liking, Jeremy. I'm watching Jarquise Davis and Mr. Sanders from Chipley. They're really going at it.
Yeah.
While you were reading the stats, that just entered the games coming up for Saturday. These 2 kids, man, they're really working off of each other right now. It's kind of fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, yes. And as we were mentioning before, the Troy University Trojans football is broadcast right here on 105.5 The Coast every Saturday Tomorrow at 6 p.m. is the broadcast. The Trojans of Troy take on University of Louisiana Monroe in Louisiana. 6 p.m. broadcast right here on 105.5 The Coast. New quarterback in the game. That's number 11, Thurman. Here's the snap to number 4, Stewart. He breaks 3 tackles, toting the load up to about the 10-yard line. He's still not down, and he doesn't go down. Things getting real chippy out there. Stewart's fired up. He gets the first down for the Chipley Tigers. A lot of excitement building here late in the fourth quarter. The game nearing its end with 8 minutes 25 seconds left to go in the game. Tiger Sharks lead 27-0 over the visiting Tigers from Chipley, Florida. Things getting real chippy out there. Real chippy out there, aren't they?
Yeah, you know, it really gets real chippy and Chipley on Friday night for St. Joe Stadium, watching these Sharks whoop up on these kitty cats.
Yep. Sharks doing a great job right now. Number 11, Trey Thurman's back under center. He'll pitch it to number 4. Once again, that's Darren Stewart for a short gain up the middle, about 3 yards. That'll bring up second down and 7. The first down marker is on about the 1 yard line, Daniel, so they got a chance to pick up a first down and a score on this series here, but they're running out of time, my friend. It's 7 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the game, and the Sharks lead 27-0. So,
looks like Chipley's going to give Mr. Stewart a break.
yep.
He's going to walk to the sidelines, get him a little Gatorade.
He's done it all tonight.
He's
thrown the ball, run the ball. I don't know what his total yardage is tonight. It's not huge, but it's a pretty big chunk. You know, it's obviously the majority of what they're trying to do. But he goes to get a spell, get a breather on the sideline. Trey Thurman is in the shotgun with a 1 wide receiver set to the right. He'll hand it off to number 5, and that's Carlon Smith again, and he'll be close to the first down inside the 5 yard line. Port St. Joe's defense on their heels right here, trying to prevent a score from Chipley.
Yeah, that's going to put us at 3rd down and 7, Jeremy. The ball's on 8, and Chipley's looking for a touchdown, and they're within 8 yards of putting it on us.
Well, they've moved that ball up now, Daniel.
Well,
they're
actually,
inside the 5 now.
Inside the 5 now, you're right.
So 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for pay dirt. They can actually get a first down on about the 1 or the half yard line, depending on where that guy is holding that marker over there.
He's on the 4.
6 minutes, 37 seconds left to go in the game, and the Tigers are trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Thurman's under center with a wide receiver to the right. He'll give a quick handoff to number 12 up the middle. That's Wyatt Brock. First time we called his name tonight, he stopped short. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Number 12, Wyatt Brock. First time we called his name tonight. He's a senior running back. We got a lot of running backs up there in Chipley, don't we?
Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you what else too I see out here is good sportsmanship between Chipley and St. Joe. Number 11 helping big number 54, Umstead Sanders off the ground, man. And that's always nice to see.
Yeah.
You know, that's something I remember Coach F really emphasizing with you guys in basketball is, you know, to stay Christian-like in your activities on the field and off the field. And that's good to see, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Trey Thurman's under center. He'll take the snap and hand it to Sims, number 22, and it looks like he's going to be in for the score, and he is. The Tigers are on the board, 27-6. The Tigers from Chipley finally get on the board here late in the game with just 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the football game, and they finally punch it in for a score. A hard night of work for the Chipley Tigers, and they finally punch one in for the score.
Good for them, man. They deserve to be on the board. They've played hard tonight, just as hard as anybody else has played. Just have a mountain to climb over this defense St. Joe's got, and the running game that St. Joe offers in their offense. They're so diverse that we've talked about over and over.
Yeah, it's tough to handle St. Joe's running game with as many weapons they've got. Number 22, Sims for Chipley, will line up to kick the extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it's low and blocked. So the score will remain 27-6. The Sharks at home at Friday night, they lead big over the visiting Tigers from Chipley with 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the game. You're listening to Tiger Shark Football on 105.5 The Coast. 27-6 is the score right now with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the game. Just want to give a friendly reminder to all of you people who are listening to us right now that you can catch the replay of this game on television. On television, yes, I said it. On Coastal Connection TV right here in Port St. Joe, the studio downtown on Reed Avenue. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Troy White doing a tremendous job with 850 Sports, traveling around with the Sharks and with the Weewaw Gators, filming games and replaying them for all you people to see. So the Tiger Sharks can be watched. Their games are replayed on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on Coastal Connection TV. That's Mediacom Channel 17 and Fairpoint Channel 8. Here's the kick. It's deep. Number 2, T.J. Williams will take the return. He's out to midfield with a little bit of room to run. He's down the middle of the field, and he'll fall down to avoid a big hit. He's on the 34-yard line, and that's where the Sharks will take over on their offensive series. A little bit surprised right there that the Tigers from Chipley didn't try to get an onside kick.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering myself too, Jimmy, while we were calling that first play. What a great opportunity that would be to try to get the ball back.
Because you really never know. I mean, they got plenty of time with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the game. If they get the onside kick and score quick again, you just never know. I mean, you know, I was kind of wondering when they scored there if they would try to give that a shot. Hey, if you're just joining us right now, the score is 27-6 with just about 5.5 minutes left to go in this football game. It's been a great matchup. Tell you what, the number 8th ranked 1A team, that's a mouthful. the number 8 ranked team in the state of Florida in 1A football is the Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks, and the number 10 ranked team right now is the Chipley Tigers. So I know we've mentioned that all night long, and I just want to keep reiterating it because it's exciting to talk about.
Jamie, what does this do for a Port St. Joe football team going into next week's game against Lincoln County? And as far as being optimistic,
it does wonders coming off 2 huge wins against Jefferson County. And I know we're kind of counting our chickens before they hatch here, but for all intents and purposes, it looks to be well on the way to another victory. Here's the snap. T.J. Williams hands it to Aaron Paul. He's off to the races. He's got no one to beat to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Aaron Paul. Sweet play to the left side of the field. And just like last week, the sweet play to Aaron Paul goes for 70 yards.
How sweet is that, man?
70 yards for the score, and it's Aaron Paul on the board again, and now it's in the books. 33-6 is the score here at Tiger Shark Stadium in Port St. Joe. 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the game, and the Tiger Sharks have blown it open.
They've blown it wide open, Jeremy. 33-6 in the fourth, 5:24 left. This game has been remarkable, exciting, exhilarating, whatever you want to say that has to do with excitement and being odd. It has been all that.
It has. It's been a quite exciting and eventful night here in Port St. Joe. We're live here on 105.5 The Coast. Thank you for tuning in to us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. It's not over yet. 33-6 is the score. Here's the kick for the extra point. It's up and a mile high, and it's good. Cole Kreiderman kicks it through. The senior, the halfback and kicker, place kicker for the Sharks, makes it 34-6 with 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the game. That's your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score. You're listening to Shark Football 105.5 The Coast. The Sharks are up big. It's 34-6 if you're just joining us late in the game right now. I'll tell you what, 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in this big-time matchup, and the Sharks have imposed their will on the Tigers from Chipley. It's a little bit of a sweet redemption from getting beaten last year up in Chipley.
Yeah, it's sweet redemption for sure, Jeremy. These guys are ahead 34-6 in the fourth quarter, and if I know the Tiger Sharks like I think I know them, I think there might be future 6 left to go.
Yeah, Here's the kick. Kreideman kicks it this time instead of Jarquise Davis down to the 20-yard line. Number 4, Stewart, takes the kickoff return, and he breaks several tackles for a nice return out to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Chipley Tigers will start their offensive series. Guys helping guys up off the turf right now. Some big-time hitting going on out there still, even late in this game.
Them Turkers are getting turd tonight. Them Turkers are real chipper.
I tell you what, we talked about, at the beginning of this game, what kind of matchup this will be. And let me just mention really quick here. Last week's score over Jefferson County was 38-0. All right, now the Tigers from Chipley come in here, and it's 34-6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a balanced attack by the Sharks. They've got it really working for them. They're like we talked about in the pregame, they're in midseason stride right now. They look really good on offense and defense. They're really, really having their way with the Tigers from Chipley tonight. And that's not to say that there's no lack of talent, because the Chipley Tigers are loaded.
They are, and they're loaded with speed, Jeremy. They're one of the fastest teams we've played. Let me take that back. They are probably the fastest team we have played in the backfield yet this far.
Yep.
When St. Joe played Bay High, they had one guy, and I ain't got to say his name. If you heard that game or you watched it, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Webb.
Yep.
Fast as could be. This
right.
team's got 2 or 3 guys in the back, man, that can just move the ball.
They do. A delay of game called against the Tigers right there will back them up 5 more yards. It'll be first down and 15 from their own 31 or 32-yard line. 34-6 is your score. The Sharks lead big over the Tigers from Chipley with 5 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in this game. Here's the snap. Stewart will look for somebody to throw. He's rolling to his left. He's got no one. He trips up, breaks a tackle. Wow. I tell you what, he was almost down there, breaks a few tackles and stumbles forward for about a 10-yard gain right there, showing the athleticism and the strength of Stewart right there. Been doing it all night long. Been toting Sharks all night long.
Yeah, again, we'll bring up that Lionel Richie song sang back in the 70s. All night long is what this has been tonight.
Yeah. Stewart is at quarterback right now. He lines up in the shotgun. And the previous play gains 10 yards, so that brings up second down and about 5 on their own 45-yard line. Here's the snap. There's a penalty flag thrown. 34-6 is your score right now. The Sharks lead big over the Tigers from Chipley, Florida, with just 4.5 minutes left to go in this game, this top 10 state of Florida matchup. Offsides called against the Sharks, and that'll pick up a first down for the Tigers. That'll move the chains. Never want to give anybody a first down on a penalty. That's always, I know that just eats Coach Palmer up.
Yeah, that's got to really burn his cake up. There, number 30, Reggie Smith on all sides, and that's nothing more than excitement.
Yeah.
Our kids are ahead 34-6.
They're ready to celebrate.
They're ready to celebrate. He's looking to get a tackle, throw a little something on the sheet tonight.
Yep.
So, hey, if you walk away 34-6 and you've got 2 offsides or 3 offsides in the game, still a great night.
Here's the snap. Darren Stewart hands it to number 3, Zach Campbell again for no gain. Maybe a yard on the play. That'll bring up second down and long for the Tigers from Chipley. 4 minutes, 24 seconds. This game is almost over. We're in the fourth quarter here in the waning moments of this game. The Sharks lead big 34-6. A really balanced attack tonight by the Sharks once again. Looked like they picked up right where they left off last week against Monticello, the Tigers from Jefferson County.
On the way to this game, Mr. Kramer stopped and asked me what I thought about this game. And I told him I didn't really know. This was going to be a well-matched-up game, and so he's probably, when he watches the news tonight, he'll probably say, yep.
Here's the snap. Stewart takes it in his shotgun. He's nearly sacked in the backfield. He's got room to run. He's got the first down. Shakes another tackler, spin move to the middle of the field, and finally brought down for a gain of 14 yards. Darren Stewart doing work from the quarterback position in the shotgun. Looked like we had one guy that had a shot at bringing him down in the backfield, but he scrambles loose. Gains 14 yards, and they're inside Port St. Joe territory now. They'll be on the 35-yard line of St. Joe's territory.
Tell you what, Jeremy, you can sure look at St. Joe's defense tonight just by their pants and tell who's done work tonight.
That's right. Mud on the jersey. Stewart takes the handoff. He hands it to number 3. That's Zach Campbell again. He'll gain 5 yards on the play before he's brought down. Second down and 5 yards to go for the Tigers. I want to mention there's number 9, Devin Strickland in there. That's John and Natalie Strickland's boys. First year playing football. Always played baseball growing up, but first year playing football, man, he's in there getting with it.
Good for him, man. he comes from good stock.
3 second down.
I know his grandparents, his
Yeah.
mom, his dad, all of them, good people.
Yeah, playing defensive end out there, number 9, Devin Strickland. And Devin, I'll give Devin another shout out. He's been on the weightlifting team last year, at the end of his junior year, and has gotten tremendously strong in the weight room. And so he's a nice addition for the Tiger Shark defense on the defensive front. I know he's looking to get in there and get a quarterback sack.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning
Given against the Tigers.
given to the Tigers just then, so they'll load up and snap it again. It's a deep throw by Stewart, deep downfield, and it's overthrown his intended receiver, number 5, Carlon Smith. That's the first time we've really seen Stewart throw it downfield, and I tell you what, that was about a 40-yard pass deep down the field. This guy, not only can he run and tote people down the field, but he can sling it too. Number 4, Darren Stewart right there for the Tigers.
Got a great arm on him.
Yeah, he overshot his receiver by about 5 to 8 yards in the corner of the end zone, standing back at the 40 back here, almost at midfield. Lets it fly, showing the arm strength right there. And that brings up 3rd down for the Tigers on the Sharks' 32-yard line. Number 14 is the quarterback. He pitches it to number 4, Darren Stewart, once again. Brought down for about maybe a yard gain. That's number 14, Anthony Plummer, in for quarterback now. They've been subbing in 3 quarterbacks tonight. You've heard 3 different names. Darren Stewart, Trey Thurman, and Anthony Plummer have all been playing some quarterback, and we've got a player down on the field for an injury timeout with 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to go. The Sharks lead big at home, 34-6. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Tiger Shark Football, 105.5, The Coast. We are back live in Port St. Joe in the waning moments of a big-time matchup that the Sharks from Port St. Joe have taken complete advantage of, 34-6, with just 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to go. That is your Bill Kramer Chevrolet score of the game. So Darren Stewart was down, number 4 on the field for the Tigers, the one that's been doing most of the work tonight. He's played his heart out tonight, I'll tell you what.
Jeremy, he's done a great job, man. Don't know the kid, don't know any of these coaches, but I can tell you one thing, that young man is a workhorse.
He is.
And he's a champion either way tonight.
Plummer's in the shotgun. The Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down and 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw, got nobody. Quarterback keeper up the middle gets hit and stumbles down for just a couple of yards, and the Sharks will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line, 29-yard line.
Jimmy, have you thought about all the memories that have been made on the football field, all the shoulda, wouldas, couldas?
Yeah.
You know, even at 34 years old, there's still times where I think about, if I smell the fresh cut grass, I think about the practice field.
Yeah, well, I'm that way when I walk into the gym over at the high school and, smell the lacquer on the floor or something like that. It,
Yeah.
brings back some memories, man.
Good times, man. I miss wearing a jersey and,
Oh, yeah.
and being out there.
Yep. TJ Williams will come in to take over on downs for the St. Joe offense. He'll take the snap, and it's a fumbled snap that he has to fall on. Fumble on the snap right there. Even though you've got the game in hand and it's over, for all, you can basically say it's over. You still don't like to see miscommunication and fumbled snaps and things of that nature.
And we've seen a couple of fumbled snaps in tonight's game, and then last week we noticed a little couple hard exchanges between the center and the quarterback for whatever reason.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed though too is I think they've switched out the center.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Riley Burke played another great game tonight, number 50, and they're giving him some rest, and the game is in hand, and they're giving that's big number 7 Warren right there. Tyler Monroe in the game playing some center. And here's the snap. It's a pitch to Reggie Smith on the left side of the field, and he's brought down hard in the backfield. That'll be a loss of about 4 yards. Chipley Tiger a little slow to get up right there. That's number 5, Carlo Smith. He's done a great job for the Tigers tonight. And, number 71, Tyler Monroe is now playing center for the Sharks in place of Riley Burke.
And him and number 9 are cousins.
Yep.
Travis Monroe, that's Tyler's dad, his kin to Natalie, I guess brother and sister. And so, Tyler's a good kid. Travis is a good kid. Travis bought a vehicle from me not long ago. Good guy.
DJ Williams sends a man in motion. Here's the handoff. It's up the middle to Reggie Smith, and he'll go nowhere on 3rd down. He'll get about a yard. I say nowhere. He gets about a yard on the play. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Sharks will be forced to punt the ball away to the Tigers with just 41 seconds left to go. And this game is all but over. They may not even get the punt off with just 33 seconds left to go. 34-6. Looks like it's going to be your final score of the game. We don't know that completely for sure yet, but we think that's what it's going to be. The Sharks lead big at home over the visiting Tigers from Chipley, Florida. 18 seconds left to go, and it looks like this one's going to be over. Sharks just running the play clock down now. 10 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it, folks. The Sharks are victorious once again at home. They take 2 big wins over Jefferson County last week and another big win this week over the Chipley Tigers, who come in expecting a big showdown, and it was one-sided all the way.
34-6, Jeremy. It was one-sided all the way, most definitely. Port St. Joe showed up tonight to play. They trained hard all week. They learned from mistakes last week. I'm sure they've watched film. They come out here and executed, did their job. And Coach Palmer's got to be proud of these Sharks, man.
Yep, they've done a tremendous job the last 2 weeks. They've had a very balanced attack on offense and defense, and a big-time win, a blowout win last week against Jefferson County, and another blowout win tonight. Is your final score 34-6. The Sharks are victorious once again at home in Port St. Joe on Shark Field. 34-6 is your final over the Tigers from Chipley, Florida. And I tell you what, this bodes well for the Sharks getting 2 big wins going into district play next week against the Franklin County Seahawks.
It's going to be exciting, man. I'm looking forward to that game, too. It's going to be fun to go over there and play the Apalachicola fellas. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. It's a big-time matchup, our first district game of the season. And I tell you what, everything's looking real good for the Tiger Sharks right now in this young season. They're looking like they're in mid-season form on offense and defense. Hey, if you're just tuning in, you've caught the very end of the game here. Tiger Sharks have won big over the Tigers from Chipley, 34-6.
number one fan.